Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful Mother's Day here at Sailing Anarchy, while our friend Ben Poucher and Tim Fetch on the Icarus Racing are just offshore of Cape Hatteras. And it's great to see that they are, at least according to the leaderboard, in fifth place in a really tight battle. I guess, Ben, my first question for you is you've got boats all around you in your windows. Are you surprised at just how tight everyone is in this fleet? This fleet that you didn't really know much about. No one had done this yet in America. You got all these new boats. Are you surprised at how tight this pack is?
That's yeah, of course. I think we're more surprised that we're in the pack, but but yeah, it really goes to show. I mean, we got a little bit of taste of that in the Caribbean 600. But that wasn't as many boats.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable how close we have yet to have any time where we haven't seen another boat within shouting distance. I mean, everyone's got, there's only two trains of thought, Gulfstream or not the Gulfstream, and the people that didn't go Gulfstream, I guess, kind of won out last night. We positioned ourselves relatively well. One didn't want to do a flyer, and knew our strengths as far as going upwind and our new code zero and reaching and just knowing the area. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised, but it's the best freaking class in the world. I mean, come on. Everyone wants to go one design racing. They buy, one design little boats, and which is great and all, but if you want to go offshore, why would you buy a handicap boat? Buy a Class 40.
I mean, it's not like they're very expensive. That's the really amazing thing, is that you can get a Class 40 for what you can get a J111 for, or whatever. I mean, what $300,000 gets you a boat, maybe not quite ready to race, but just about, right?
Yeah, but ours wasn't ready to race either. It just takes some time and getting to know it. I mean, we're sitting right next to two Fogo S2s. I mean, yeah, I wish I had a articulating bowsprit and a kite that, geez, it's like they put two of ours together. I'm watching Jesse's boat sail lower and faster, and it's a little frustrating downwind, which we haven't had a whole lot of time. Tim's laughing right now because I don't remember the last Bermuda race that we got to put a kite up. So this is kind of exciting.
That's interesting. And you're talking about Stefan Le Duraison's boat. I don't even remember. It's got some long name, but so those guys. So we'll just talk about the evolution of the race here. You went off upwind, sort of to get out of Charleston and get some of the way to the stream, and then you guys got progressively lifted to the right, and now you've got light and moderate air from the ass as you go up the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. There was a split in the fleet last night because there was a shutoff.
Right.
So our whole idea was to stay right with the fleet, but not go too far right. We knew we would end up in the stream, but you can't gain gauge when you go up the Hatteras. You could go in, but you really only get a gain about 2 degrees or something like that. So we had the code zero up, and it was a lifesaver. North Sails did a great job. We pulled ourselves out of this little hole and stayed to the right. Had a night full of just keeping the boat moving, and then everybody else behind us died and went kind of inshore, and then we woke up this morning. I guess they got some breeze somehow, and then it filled in from the southwest, and there we are sitting, and all of us came together, and here we are. We're all kites up and cruising along downwind. Oh, stay on the boat, and yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be interesting now. I mean, we're a little bit disappointed in our downwind speed. We got a little bit of work to do. We might try and sail our angles a little bit, and won't give away our full strategy in case people are tuning into Sailing Anarchy like Joe Harris. I'm sure he's listening to these interviews offshore in between nap time.
Now, I mean, I know. I was talking to JC and Anna about, because they had the 7-star, which is an old boat, and the Pico T, which is a new boat. And JC's got the articulating sprit and the big kites. I mean, in these conditions, that's got to be a fairly big advantage for those new boats, right?
Yeah, we found that in the 600 too. Partouche was there, we all lined up after day 2. We came on the top of St. Bart's, in between St. Bart's and St. Martin, and all of us set kites, and they were just deep and like just about the same speed. I mean, you know, we're talking relative here. I mean, we're cruising right now. Anybody else with a 40-footer that's going 10-2 directly downwind and 13 knots of breeze, they should buy a Class 40.
Without a spinnaker pole.
Without a spinnaker pole. Yeah, I think the articulating sprits and these big kites are going to be huge in displacement. The waves are supposed to pick up, and there's supposed to be a little bit more breeze. If we can find it and get into some surfing conditions, our big girl in the back will probably be all right. But you know, they're all relatively the same weight, so any kind of advantage you can get to get downwind while you're displacing, it's pretty it's very advantageous. So we're going to try and rake ours back, but I don't think that'd be good for it.
Right. So you're now 2 nights in. Are you guys in a good pattern now? Are you getting sleep? Do you feel fresh for the final run, which might be a little bit bigger, like you say, up into New York?
Yeah, well, we've had a pretty good plan. I mean, Tim and I have done so many trips together. We know when we start yelling at each other that one of us is tired or the other one needs food. It's like a weird married couple. So what we figured out, Tim got really tired last night, so I let him sleep. I've been up since 2 or something like that. We got the kite up. We put the 3A up this morning, and then we put the reacher. Or we put the reacher up, and then we put the runner up. So he's all set for a little while until we need to jibe. So I'm going to lay down for a little while. But we're going to make it a goal to stay fresh until we get to New York, because I think entering New York is going to be huge for us because we've done it so many times. So we got to stick close to these guys, stay close, and we'll all pass them right to the anchorage in New York Harbor.
That's certainly old haunting grounds for you. You've delivered a lot of boats up that way and raced a lot of boats up that way. Well, look, bro, thank you so much for the call. I'm glad you were in range, and I think you'll be in range once again tomorrow, assuming you get some breeze and can get up to the Jersey Shore and get into that sea breeze. I imagine you guys would be in range. I hope we can talk again like this on the regular phone, because the sat phone's annoying.
Yeah, and it costs us a lot of money. We want to buy one of these big kites.
All right, folks, check out Icarus Racing and donate money to them. They need a bigger kite.
It's sponsored. We don't want the donations.
Do you have a PayPal link on there?
Well, if they want to sponsor us.
No, I'm just talking about donating. I mean, I'll fucking kick in $100 if we get 50 people to do that. There's your kite. Well, maybe 100 people.
Well, yeah. Oh, I don't know. You're gonna have to call North. Call Henry Little. He's giving discounts left and right.
Yeah, right. That one. Yeah, right. I'm gonna give money to North. Come on, make it easy for me to give you money. Jesus.
Yeah, there's actually the best way to do it is go to our website. So hit up IcarusRacing.com, and there's on one of our pages, there's a way to donate to the Icarus Racing program, which goes to the Merchant Marine Academy. So
perfect. That's what I wanted to know. All right. Hey, great job out there, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good. I gotta say Happy Mother's Day to both my sisters and my mother.
Absolutely. All right.
Sounds good. Take it easy.
See you, bro. Bye.
Later.